Hi, this is Max. I have a thought I'd like to share with you guys about limited liability companies and limited liability people, which is a term I'm going to invent right now. So, I've been doing a lot of work on my website, maxjan.com, and I've made video games before, and sometimes I like to use the name Jan Software as like my company name, even though I've never sold any products or anything like that. So I was looking into making a LLC of Jan Software. That way, if I get sued or if the company goes bankrupt, it doesn't affect me. Like the idea of a limited liability company is you can own a business, but whatever goes wrong with that business, it doesn't bring you down with it. Like if the business suddenly owes somebody $50,000, they don't take that out of your personal assets. They just declare it defunct. I'm not an expert on this subject, but that's the idea of limited liability. Your liability is limited by the type of corporation where it protects the owner. Now, in contrast to that, you could be a sole proprietorship, I think it would be called, and the company could be under your own social security number. And that's what's so interesting is in learning about the LLC for Jan Software, they were asking me, I think I was setting up an Amazon business account and it was asking me, or maybe I was using LegalZoom to look it up, but they were asking me, do you want to use your personal social security number for this business or create a new one for this LLC? And that's when it occurred to me that I'm already a business. Like, they say that a company has the same rights as a person. Like a corporation has personhood, legally speaking, today. But that also means the inverse or the reciprocal, so that a person is like a business. If a corporation is like a person, then a person is like a corporation. So we're all failing corporations unless you have a successful business in your own social security number. Um, but anyway, I was thinking, well, if I'm already a business, I myself would want to be a liability company, limited liability company. So that means that in a perfect world, I would own Jan Software. Jan Software would be making money, but risky. And then my social security number would be protected against any losses of Jan Software, which would have a new social security number. And it's called like a tax ID number because it's all about taxing the the personal corporation, I'll call it, instead of a person, or the limited liability company. So you can create a separate person and do business with that, so your person is protected. But here's what I'm getting at. What if we took that one step further? So Jan Software is a limited liability company, and then Max Jan is a limited liability person. And then my spirit would be not on the hook for anything that happens to Max Jan, the person. My spirit would be like, well, that's just my limited liability corporation, and it can't bring me down with it, right? So to play this game that they're playing correctly, where corporations and people are the same, you have to, if you're doing business, put it in an LLC so you're protected. And then also, if you're doing life, like using your own social security number to pay your taxes and get a job and all that, you have to spiritually distance yourself from that, so that anything that happens to you, like if you're bankrupt or you're in debt or you're a criminal in the eyes of the law and society,